Brandon Chalmers.
Sir!
This past weekend, you and the new administration had an away mission.
Yes.
To various moms of your circle. Y'all came all the way down here.
We went even further south than you.
Yeah. I mean, so please to explain the event. What was your motivation behind it? It was really cool. I'm sorry I wasn't here.
No, that's okay. Look, I got a chance to see really the person I was looking to see. So that's the most important part there.
Me too.
So, all right. So let's real quick. Welcome to the fucking Do-It-Cast, part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. My name is Brandon Chalmers. That's Jamie Noguchi. We talk about random things to try and make the world better, one fucking dick and fart joke at a time. Anyway, check out everybody else on the podcasting network. They're fucking great. Okay. So that out of the way. So the away mission was something that I hadn't done, honestly, since the administration change. Because I fell out of love with it is kind of the wrong word, but just kind of I felt like I needed a bit of a palate cleanser. So I kind of stopped doing all of the things that I used to kind of do in this sense. But what I'm alluding to is on Saturday, we were recording on Tuesday. So on Saturday, day before Mother's Day, I got up early. I went to, and this was before I realized that I was going to be making a stop down to your place. So I did not have an opportunity to grab them. Also, they were out because I bought them all. But I went up to go get my hair cut. As I do every couple weeks. I have a good friend who I've been going to for now 10 years. That when I used to work at Random House up in Westminster, it used to be right around the corner from where I was working. So I would leave there, go straight to my friend's place who runs a salon with her mom, and go get my hair done. And once you find somebody who kind of does your shit right, and also you get to support a small business and a friend, I'm dumb and I'm loyal. So I drive 45 minutes every 3 weeks up there to go visit them, to go support the business and get my hair cut.
Hell yeah.
So I kind of turned this into a giant mission. So, excuse me. So I dipped up there, got my hair cut, left there, went to a place called Boggers, which is, they have an apple orchard in Westminster, but they also have a restaurant as well as a bakery and also like a flower shop sort of thing. So I went and I got a pumpkin pie, a freshman pumpkin pie for my my mother-in-law and my grandmother-in-law. That was a treat for them to share. And then I bought apple cider donuts, but every set that they had, which was only 2 packs to go and deliver to a few people along the way. So I left there, went over to our one Charm City Shinobi, Dan Malahome's home, and visited his absolutely just amazing wife, Allison, who I fucking adore. And I brought her flowers and apple cider donuts.
Yeah.
And started off my day of appreciation to mothers. So this is something that I used to do a lot, but I plan on restarting every year because as some of you may already know, and to those of you who are kind of new to my story, my mom bailed on me at 14. So I have been very lucky to be graced with the kindness of friends' moms. They were there for me growing up. They were there for me when I did dumb things. My best friends growing up, their mom recently passed, I think it was last year or earlier this year, actually. So that was a bit cathartic in that sense because I feel like I kind of lost my mom in that sense all over again. But I want to try and show appreciation for moms because I know what it's like to not have one, and I know what it's like to be gifted the kindness of someone else acting as a mom and wanting to care enough to make sure that I wasn't getting into too much dumb shit. So when I got older, I would try and visit a few friends' moms or visit a few friends that were moms and kind of drop off flowers and just kind of show a bit of appreciation. But this year I decided to go hard. So I stopped off at the Malahomes for the morning, brought breakfast donuts, brought flowers, hung out with them for a while, joked around, went home, stopped off because the second half of my day was going to be a Southern detail. We then, the wife and I put the dogs in the crate, and wife and I packed up and went down to Rockville for the first visit.
Back to Rockville.
For the first visit of our friend Julie, who is an absolute sweetheart, and I adore her, and her husband David, who is, dude's a Kiwi heartthrob, right? Hear me now. Guys, lean, athletic, 6'1", an airline pilot.
Jesus.
And he's from New Zealand. And he's got a baritone voice.
Oh,
so
my
he's
God.
got the Kiwi accent with the strong voice. And also he's like a super dad. So as I'm there showering Julie with praise and everything else like that, he's joking around with me all while their daughter is playing around in the yard. And then their son is hanging all over him at like a jungle gym. He's like, I think he just turned a year, maybe a month ago or something like that. So they have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So he's playing super dad when he's not flying across the fucking globe, putting out the just downright sexiest voice, I think, of anybody that I know in person.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So went and visited them, dropped off the second set of donuts, then headed from there. Since I happen to be in Rockville anyway, I was actually only 15 minutes from your house for a fucking change.
Whoa.
And popped over and saw your loving wife, Audrey, who I also, much like all of the other mothers, I fucking adore and admire the shit out of all of my friends who, one, are just incredibly badass, successful women who take no shit, handle everything, and seem to just have boundless kindness. And maybe it's that I don't spend all of the time with them, but at the same time, I can see how patient they are. And the fact that they also have, for some reason, a very big soft spot for me. So anytime I see them, it is all big hugs and, oh my God, how have you been? And I feel absolutely just like loved in the sense that I am treated like a sibling that they just want to make sure is kind of okay, but also seem to kind of look at me and be like, yeah, all right, I'm okay. Are you okay? And then I kind of do the thing of like, you really okay? Or I'm okay, but you really okay? We're all right. And then we both kind of lie-ish about not saying necessarily everything that's bothering us, but still kind of be able to vent with each other. So dropped off flowers to your loving wife, missed you by, I'm guessing, a couple minutes.
Yeah,
and then
it was really quick.
Yeah, and then when she found out that we were also making a trip down to DC to see Ross and Laura, and she was like, "Stop! You don't need to just hang out here. Go do your thing. You got a long way."
Yeah.
So then we ended up doing the 40-minute drive from your place in Rockville down to downtown DC, or down in DC, and visited Ross and Laura at a brewery that was right around the corner from their place, and got a chance to joke around with them. So I did the tour of the moms, delivering flowers at the very least along the way. I'm a firm believer that every woman, at the very minimum, for things like birthdays and Mother's Days and what have you, hear me now. There are grocery stores fucking everywhere. The idea that you don't bring flowers or wine or whatever the thing is that makes them happy, sure, they're happy to see you, but you should show up with something that is pretty, that smells good, that is genuinely helpful, or booze. That's just, or weed. Just whatever their vice of choice is, don't fucking show up empty-handed. Because you think they like you now, show up with something and watch them be like, you. Fucking learn that shit early and reinforce it. Yeah.
It was very sweet. It was unexpected, and it was
the idea.
It was so cool.
I didn't put it up on social media or anything else like that. I'm not looking for fucking hollow ass thank yous or some sort of extra attention.
Well, now I feel like I put you on blast.
No, you're fine, man. I'm not hiding it or anything else like that. But
right.
You asked. I'm very happy to do it, and please know that I encourage everyone else to do it too. You should, and hear me now. if you didn't do it this year, you're still within the window of being a good person, and own it. If there's someone who you are like, fuck, I didn't say Happy Mother's Day to them, go send them candy, drop off some flowers, pull a fucking mea culpa. Hey, sorry, life got in the way and I wanted to stop by and I didn't do that. And I love you and I miss you and I appreciate you here. Here is a physical representation of that I care about you. And by the way, you don't need to go spending a ton of fucking money with flowers, by the way. You can hit up any major grocery store, and usually they've got a couple, and this is my little hack here. You're not going to get out of there for under $20. Know this. Mm-hmm. But you can probably grab a couple different smaller bouquets that have don't do carnations. You're better than that. Remember that lilies are toxic to most animals, so avoid those. But you can grab, I grabbed sunflowers and baby's breath, and you don't need to go fucking hard with it, but you could get 2 or 3 of those and for $6-8 a piece and make a nice little bouquet and show them that you give a shit. We are in a world of way too much putting everything down and dunking on everything and everything sucks. And yeah. Be some fucking positivity once in a while. Make the effort. Don't do it for a fucking high five. Don't expect an accolade. Don't expect everyone to fall all over you. You do the thing because you want to do the thing because you want to make someone else feel good and know that they're appreciated. That's it. You're doing it for any other reason, don't fucking bother.
Yeah.
You're doing that shit wrong.
Yep.
You gotta want to do something nice for somebody. And if you don't have anyone, okay, that's fine. I doubt that. But also, if you can't fucking wrap your head around that, you need to take a fucking life inventory, my dude. Like, if that's the reason you single, or you happen to be single, that might be the reason you're single. Yeah, but
that might be a hint.
It might be a hint that you don't show appreciation well. It's the old adage: if you're fighting with everybody, have you ever noticed that the common denominator in all your shitty relationships is you? Think about that. little fucking do a cast top tip if you can.
Little nugget of wisdom here.
Little nugget of wisdom. Just a little cheeky nugget of wisdom that your boy Brand is throwing out there. But yeah, so that's what I did. And on Sunday, the wife went out with her mom and her grandmother. I sent the wife up there with the flowers and the pie and everything else like that. They were out all fucking day.
Oh, nice.
Went and visited everything. And I made sure to clean the fucking house. Did the laundry, did the dishes, did all the other regular shit that we all take for granted that all needs to get done. So all she needed to do when she came home was chill the fuck out. Do something kind for somebody. It ain't that hard. You may not want to do it. You think I wanted to do it? After running all over God's fucking green Maryland all day on Saturday? Maryland. You think I wanted to fucking have my back pain and scrub in a bathtub? Hell no. But that bitch was shiny.
God.
Shiny.
Green Maryland.
That's right. I put the mold in the bathroom on notice. Scrub and grout.
Oh, man.
Just handling caulk all day.
Right in the caulk.
Right in the sprayed bleach right in the caulk. And just made sure I got deep in there. Because if you don't clean your caulk once in a while, it gets all bound up. You get the crusties in. And you got to clean your caulk crusties. You understand? That shit festers. Then it turns into mold.
You don't want
moldy caulk.
That's true.
Ain't nobody going to want a bath with you.
No.
They're going to pull that curtain back and be like, ugh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you don't want that.
That's
not the reaction. Right. Yeah, that's not the reaction you want when anybody sees your caulk. It's just, ugh.
Well, besides caulking down, Brandon, what have you been geeking on?
So, I, for the best of intentions, had been trying to, for a while, play video games with you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all get on too damn late.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
true.
is fucking up my sleep schedule.
It's true. We're terrible.
No, you're not terrible. You're just people with different schedules. So
Yeah.
I had a hankering for gaming, and I was like, I don't want to, because like Destiny had been the only game that I had played on PlayStation recently, and I wasn't looking to like get into some sort of big fucking thing. I wanted to be able to like get a little nostalgia going, maybe. So I remembered that I had an Xbox One that I had not been using.
Ooh.
Right. And then I remembered that most of the Xbox 360 catalog is backward compatible.
Yeah.
So your boy hopped on the Jungle website and got himself Gears of War 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, those are fun, man.
Those are super fun. So I'm tearing through those. And I also found out that on the Xbox store, the games Crackdown and Crackdown 2 are also totally free.
Yo.
So, and then the wife found out that her favorite Sonic game, Sonic Adventure 2, was only $10 on that Xbox store.
If they have the Sega collection, is Crazy Taxi on that shit?
I think it might be.
That game was dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was.
That game was dope.
But more to the point of, I managed to pick up, by the way, all 3 Gears and a rechargeable battery pack for the Xbox for like $42.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's super good.
Yeah. So I'm only like halfway through regular Gears. I'm only like part of the way through the first Crackdown. I've got a ton of games that I can just pick up and put down when the fuck ever.
Fun. That's so fun. Like all of those old games now, like they were new and beautiful when we were coming up, but like,
Yeah.
that's cool. I have a
Some of them still
360
hold up pretty
downstairs.
well. Like, it's not Destiny pretty by any means, but
Yeah, but
it's
that's
also,
not what you're doing. Yeah.
But that's right. But that's not what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm getting into. I understand exactly what I'm kind of playing. And yeah.
Soul Calibur.
Hell yeah.
Soul Calibur with the
Hell
story
yeah,
mode.
yeah. I was gonna say the wife's got Bioshock, Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah.
She got Street Fighter 8, I think, or whatever it is.
I love a
Like,
Street Fighter game.
I love a good Street Fighter game.
I
So
love a
like,
Street Fighter game.
I can tear into those. I've got some of my old Forza games that I can play on there. I think I might pick up a Halo or 2. Right. Yeah.
My 360 is the Master Chief version. It's like
Hell yeah.
Halo. It's the green. Man, I should plug that shit in again. Fuck.
But that was
Vintage
that was
gaming. Vintage gaming. Jesus Christ.
Vintage game. I know we're
Vintage
fucking old,
game.
but the idea of like that's why I was so excited. It was like, oh wait, that's right. I had the 360, so that's got like 350 gigs worth of storage on it, so I can download games on it and everything. It's gonna run like a fucking workhorse. Because the 360 games are not gonna fucking drag that thing down.
Dude, that's dope.
And you don't need a fucking paid account to log into the Xbox network.
Yeah. I think the Master Chief collection is always on sale too. So
it probably is. I can
all
probably
damn
download the
Halos.
Halo games
all
because the store is super active. Like, and there's by the way, there's still like, I'd argue probably 30 games that are totally free on that store.
See, that's amazing.
Right.
You could see Matt's names in the credit for like all of the Halo games until until it's Halo 4 or something like that.
Okay.
And then it was like Studio with 3 whatever.
Yeah.
343 Studio 343 Studios.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could just say that's Matt.
Mm-hmm.
That's Matt. That's fun. I remember those games. They were fun.
They were a hell of a lot of fun. And that's the thing is like, I feel bad that I'm not playing with you guys, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to have something that I can play for half an hour where I can dig into it. When I was in between loads of laundry and stuff like that on Sunday, I fucking tore into a bunch of that shit.
That's so
Wife's
fun.
out, dogs are totally fucking asleep. It was rainy as shit outside. I was like, fuck it. I'm not going anywhere.
Time to kill the flood.
Yeah. To fucking take them out.
God.
Sinkhole's breaching. I'm fucking firing that chainsaw up.
There's a game series, Horizon Zero Dawn. That wasn't on the...
That's a PlayStation, like a PS4, I think was the first one.
PS4 was the first one. I loved that game.
Yeah, I have not played that, but I've seen it a bunch. So like I know it's visually very impressive, but
Yeah.
I've heard the gameplay is very good too.
I 100% it, and I never do that. Like I went through all the side quests and stuff.
Yeah.
It features one of the last performances of Lance Reddick.
Okay.
He's a character in that. They came out with the second one, and it was PlayStation exclusive for a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not getting a PS4. I'm not getting a PS4. But now it's on PC, and I'm like, I can't play it now. I can't play it now because if I play it now, these comic pages are not going to get done.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
that
yeah.
game,
It's-
like, as
the
much-
wife's doing the same thing with
Yeah.
the Sonic game where she's
Yeah.
like, I love you. Cause like we were debating buying a Steam Deck to be able to have her be able to play it.
Yeah.
Because she was like, well, I know it's on Steam. And I was like, okay, well, let's start pricing out a Steam Deck. So this way we can do it. And then
No.
I had kind of talked us out of the Steam. Well, no, I had kind of talked us out of it because you can't play fucking Destiny on the Steam Deck,
Yes, that's the most disappointing thing.
which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. But
So-
also, all your time is going to go away.
I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
But it was more of the like, can I kind of pick this thing up and she be able to watch TV and me be able to play with the rest of you guys and be able to kind of do that quickly and yada yada yada. But
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, so yeah, the idea that the Sonic game, instead of costing me whatever the game would cost on Steam,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually free or not, but not having to spend the $500 on the Steam Deck.
Or the Steam Deck, right. Yeah.
Right. So like I was joking around with her. I was like, when you get ready to start playing, you should buy us a second controller and a battery pack.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, because she'd be more than willing to pay for the Steam Deck. So the idea of buying another Xbox One controller is like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then worst case scenario, if we end up buying a gaming PC, we can use the fucking controllers on that.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how I play. That's how I play Destiny. This is my Xbox controller
Right.
that I use for my PC.
Right. So fuck it.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I wish it was easier for us to get on earlier, but like,
No, it's life, man. Like it's not a dig or anything else like it. It was just one of those things of like,
yeah.
I want to be able to have something that I can pick up and put down. And that's also the only other problem with Destiny is that it is a fucking time sink.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Like you can maybe do one thing in a half hour, but you're not going to get anything out of it.
No,
realistically.
it's one of those things of like when I play with you guys, hour is probably the max I can put in before I need to fucking blow the campfire out and go to bed because
Yeah.
I got to be up at fucking 5.
Yeah, in an hour, it's
Um,
like, oh, we're just getting started.
Right, yeah,
Brandon's like,
and
the
that's
fuck do you mean?
right, and that's right. Yeah, we get one thing done and it takes like 48 minutes, and we're like,
Yeah.
you want to do something else? And I was like, kinda, but also I'm like looking at the clock and I'm like, if you go to bed at 12:30, you should be fine. All I could think is there's no fucking way one will be done by 12:30, and
Yeah,
two,
No.
there's no way your brain's gonna wind down 4 minutes after you turn off the PlayStation.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that's why it's good for me because I'm done and then I stay up longer.
right.
Keep going.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean that makes sense though. Like if I had a job that I could do something like that, it would totally make sense to be like, yeah, I'll take a PlayStation break for a while, and then when I'm done with that, joking around with you guys around midnight, then I'll start digging in. I'll do the second half of my day or whatever the fuck it is, and cool, no problem. But
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like a lot of those older games because they're just they had to rely more on gameplay than the looks, and so a lot of the mechanics are really tight. They're really fun.
Yeah, and just like I like something simple. Those Crackdown games, it is total fucking like pro police propaganda bullshit.
Yeah.
I know this. I'm not confused by it.
Right.
Also, it's a hell of a lot of fun because
Yeah.
it's basically Grand Theft Auto, except you're the cops. And that's great. I kicked a car off of a bridge into a pile of gang members and then threw a grenade and blew up 6 cars. And then I went and played another 40 minutes because that was 30 seconds of the game. I literally logged in, looked over, saw the gang activity, went, shit, hopped off a roof, kicked the car off the thing, all fucking 300 style,
Yeah.
kicked a dude off the overpass too, looked down, saw them shooting me, and then I saw the 2 cars. I was like, fuck it, and just grenade, and then just watch everything explode,
Yes.
and then bodies go ragdolling into the air. I was like, cool, let's go do something else.
That's dope.
Yeah, I like a simple game that I don't have to think about too fucking hard.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like every so often, I think it's why I'm drawn now more toward mobile gaming and stuff like that. Is I like the idea of having just something that is kind of straightforward.
Yeah. Nothing complicated. You don't have to do like resource management or like economy management.
I don't even care about that because I'm used to playing things like fucking Oblivion or something like that. Or I don't have any problem with that. It's a transactional aspect of it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what games I loved on the 360? The Fable series.
Yeah, I was just thinking you were going to say the Fable series.
Yeah, because you can choose to be good or evil, and as more evil you get, the more weird shit happens to you.
Right? Yeah,
those were a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's why I also like the Oblivion series. Is you can decide how much or how little of the side quest you want to do, or the main thing. So like, the 360 back in the day was a pretty fucking baller system.
It was tight. Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah. So it hasn't sent me down a rabbit hole of like starting to look for the oddball games. I'm sure at some point along the way, I'll be like, what else can I acquire? But for right now, the idea
Dragoon.
that, well, I know what it'll be. It'll be like, can I find, I don't know, Crazy Taxi or something like. I found it. You can't get Knights for anything other than like Saturn, I think, which makes me very sad because that's really what I want. If I can find one of those fucking light guns to be able to fucking play some sort of shooter thing, that would be dope. I don't know if
fucking fun as shit.
Because I thought I remember House of the Dead being on.
Yes.
But I don't know if the gun would work, one, with the 360, and two, if it works with the new style TVs.
It's just the light flash, so
right. But does it register the same way? I don't know. I haven't done any research or anything else like that about like how much that shit is or anything.
Those games are really fun.
Hell yeah, they are.
Time Crisis.
House of the fucking fucking love Time Crisis.
Come on.
Holy shit. Yeah, and
Dave
wife and I could get weird about it. We could break out old DDR shit. Like I can go find all sorts of things.
I love me some fucking DDR. The mats suck. The soft pads suck. I used to have hard pads.
Yeah.
But that went with a couple of moves ago. Those shits were dope as fuck, though.
Yeah, that's it. Right. But like, we can get into that. I don't fucking know. I mean, not with the wife's back now, but like maybe she can do a little like weird like, Six Flags old man dancing where she can like hit the two. Yeah, like she can hit the down and the left. Yeah. And then like the cane can do the top and the right or whatever it is.
You know, we do know someone who is deep into MagFest who might be able to like source things.
Yanni Mundo?
Yeah. Fuck.
I mean, we could ask the Charge Resistor.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do
now we're getting deep into the rabbit hole here. Yeah. And all you are game planning hard built DDR pads, and all I had to say was I fired up the Xbox.
Yeah.
And you went way the fuck off the pier. Like Brandon. I was like, there's fish in them water, and you were like, Brandon, I'm gonna be Forrest Gump, and just fucking dove into that shit.
Brandon, my dream, if I get fuck you money, is to have a
arcade,
old school theater with a shop next to it, like attached. That's a comic shop / B-Money Arcade. B-Money Arcade is filled with nothing but those rhythm games. The fucking Taiko game and shit.
Hell yeah.
The full size Japanese one. The fucking DDR machine. The fucking.
We do need a couple of shooting machines though. Like you gotta.
We gotta get the Time Crisis. Like
the Time Crisis or the House of the Dead or
House of the Dead, and then like a Street Fighter cabinet with all of them Street Fighter. Like
hell
whatever.
Yeah.
So like. If there's and this was my idea. It's like anytime there's a remake of a movie that comes out or like a sequel, we play the original. dusty, rusty, old, whatever. Like, so when the new Tron movie comes out that I really want to see, but it has that Jared Leto motherfucker in it, we go play the OG Tron movie. When the new Gollum movie that's coming out, that they're making a Gollum movie, like Search for Gollum
I heard,
or whatever.
We
play the old Ralph Bakshi cartoon, The Hobbit thing in the theater, like that sort of thing. Like we get all the old prints. Anytime there's a new thing, like Godzilla movie comes out, we play 57. We play the OG Godzilla. We scare motherfuckers with the oxygen destroyer. And so in my old school theater / comic shop / arcade is where we will put all of those arcade games. And I'm mad because there are rich people who could do that and they haven't done it. Like fucking Jeff Bezos could do that and it wouldn't need to make any money.
He's boring.
That's why these rich people piss me off. Because we could be having such cool shit.
Yeah.
Cool shit.
But that's the thing is, dude,
well, we don't get healthcare, we don't get cool shit. Give me one or the other. One or the other.
Honestly, if I can give fuck you money, I'll pay for my own healthcare. I just fucking fuck you, pay me. Like that's I'll deal with everything else. I got this. It's fine.
But yeah,
I'll work that shit out.
But yeah.
By the way, if you'd like, there's something that I had done for a couple people, but it was like a COVID project. I went and picked up a like OG typewriter.
Oh yeah.
And I had sent a couple letters out to people as a like form of appreciation. If you'd like to dictate a letter to me that I type out on the typewriter and then we mail it to Jared Leto so you can sign it, Jamie Noguchi, dictated, not read.
Please don't do this movie. You don't need to be in this one.
Please don't.
This is one of my favorite movie series that I didn't think was ever going to be a series. Like, I saw the original Tron in a motherfucking drive-in. Like, come on.
It's, by the way, again, it's not about just this movie.
Well, yeah.
Dear Jared, please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't.
30 Seconds to Mars, please don't.
Please don't.
Future movies, please don't.
Go morb somewhere else.
Yeah. Wearing a suit jacket and no shirt under it to open appearances, please don't.
Please don't.
Like, it just, because at some point along the way, are you taking, like when you sit down to go eat, do you take the jacket off and put it on the back of the chair and just enjoy like salmon and a mixed medley of veggies shirtless?
Ugh.
Just big bedangled, like bejeweled shit hanging down. Cause like, I assume, cause I thought I had seen a photo of him in like a purplish or maroonish crushed velvet suit or something like that. I swear to God, he had what looked like it was like a prop from like Dracula 2000, like hanging from his fucking neck.
Oh man.
Like it's a sort of thing that you can't wear and look in a mirror without the Deftones playing in the background. Like it's just like it's a requirement.
Ugh. Just no.
Also, if you're gonna rock that look, hire someone to walk behind you with a period correct JVC Kaboom box blasting Static X. So this way you can complete the look. Because the suit ain't enough, man. Yeah. It's not. It's just not.
Fucking like, monkey paw.
Be the dude at the Met Gala that's got your own little Joe C holding up a fucking Kaboom box just following your ass around. Are some of the women wearing bejeweled dresses that have millions of beads on them or a dress made of sand? Sure. But you've got yourself your own little assistant rocking a fucking Kaboom box. Don't get weird about it and hire a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, little people, they need work sometimes. Fucking help somebody out. Call your agent, see who they represent, see if they're interested in picking up 50 grand for the night. You telling me that hiring yourself your own little matching assistant wouldn't be fucking delightful? and then them carrying around that fucking kaboom box. You get to listen to your own. Bruh. You wanna reintroduce everyone to 2003's best band, Cold? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Time to fucking bring that fucking playlist back, my dude. Get deep into the new metal. Fucking deep into the new metal. Also, why is nobody at the Met Gala wearing JNCOs?
I don't know. I don't understand the Met Gala. I don't know what it's for.
It's for showing off, I assume.
But like what? It's like a fundraiser, or it's not a fun. Like it's a.
I think it's a fundraiser, but I'm unclear why. Because obviously the Met hasn't paid for anything that they got, because it all just magically showed up. Because it never belonged to anyone before it showed up at the Met Gala. So like, they shouldn't have to pay for any rent. Who's charging them?
I don't know.
They got to cover the AC. They got to cover the electric bill. Yeah. I imagine lighting, heating, and cooling the Met is probably kind of expensive.
I imagine someone will tell us why.
Probably or not. That's okay too.
I imagine Keith is gonna text me. It's like, this is why they do the Met Gala, you dumb motherfucker.
Okay, right, but like, let's not get too fucking excited about the Met Gala being the Met Gala, because also they stole all of their fucking exhibits.
Yeah.
So let's. As your white representative on the podcast, I am forced to culturally remind you, because I'm, I don't know, 1/6 British-ish, that all of the things in all museums that were acquired by the British just showed up that way.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything to do with it at all.
Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of white people.
Yeah. That's a fucking segue.
So
go on.
I have been trying to do a deep dive into the Drake Kendrick stuff, because I have
what flag on the play right out of the gate.
Right.
Fuck does that have to do with white people again?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay, great. Cool. So, I was going to say, I feel very lost.
No. So I don't listen to much of Drake's music. I've never been a fan. I'm not like I wasn't a hater. Now I'm a hater, but I wasn't a hater. His stuff would come on and I'd be like, why is he moaning? And like,
honestly, the only thing I think I have actively listened to that involved Drake was when LeBron a couple years ago had that song that was like him, and then like, I'm trying to remember who it was. It was like him and Eminem and a few other people that were like real popular at the time.
Yeah.
Doing like this collab thing or whatever it is. And I feel like it was just a like slightly overproduced Sprite commercial for some reason. I seem to remember that.
Oh, the Voltron thing?
I can't fucking remember. Maybe that's something else. And maybe just Drake does a lot of Sprite related things for all I know.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. Rep your brand. Like, I don't really care. But anyway. So like, I don't know Drake's music really much at all.
Yeah.
So
I remember when that cell phone song came out and people were losing their mind over it. And I was like, I don't get it. But
okay.
I just figured I was old, and like, I didn't get it, because sometimes you don't get it. You know?
Old, and also culture that I'm not part of to be able to accurately understand and get into.
Yeah. As for
it
Kendrick,
just didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me, because also he's never produced anything or done anything that really has made me be like, holy shit, that's real fucking good.
Yeah. Well, and as for Kendrick, I didn't hear of him until he did that whole album about Black Panther.
Yeah.
And then like his stuff has been pretty tight.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I've been a huge fan, because like I haven't followed his career at all. So this Drake Kendrick thing came out of the blue, and to me, because I am not tuned in, and I wanted to get as much information about this as I could. I was not going to say shit about it online, because I had nothing. It's not for me. It wasn't part of my culture. It wasn't part of my upbringing, but I wanted more information. So I asked Keith, I was like, Keith, did anyone on the network go do a deep dive into this, and Keith said, well, he said something about it on his cast, Hard Knock Life, like at the end of it, but apparently no one in our network did a deep dive. So I had to go outside our podcasting network to listen to some other podcasts from other friends. And my friend Jordan Clark, he has a podcast called White People Won't Save You. And he and his friend Cameron review movies where there's like a white savior coming in to save the day. So like your avatars, your like fucking Dances with Wolves and Last of the Mohicans and shit.
But the question is, what are they, how do they have more than 5 episodes, Jamie?
I did an episode with them about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That was hysterical. And anyway, so Jordan and Cameron did this huge like oral history of the beef going back before the recent drops, like till like when Drake took Kendrick out on his first tour. Like they went all the way back to explain like what was said in each of the songs, what each lyric meant, like how the back and forth, where this might have come from. That was awesome. Another friend of mine, Julian Lytle, he did a podcast. He's on a podcast called Culture Trappin'. They talk about comics and movies and stuff. And they also did a whole episode. Julian broke down the timeline of like, this is what this is from. This is, like, this is why Kendrick hates Drake forever. So those two are great. And then I was seeing clips from Joe Budden's podcast where they talked about it. Joe Budden did that song, Pump It Up. He's a rapper. But he and his crew did a 4-hour episode.
Jesus!
A 4-hour episode. So if you are not tuned in and you want to learn more about the origins of this beef, I recommend those 3 places: Jordan's podcast, White People Won't Save You, Julian's podcast, Culture Trappin', and the Joe Budden podcast. Episode 723 or something like that. I put it on in the background on YouTube. It was hysterical. Sometimes you need a long ass podcast to help you get through the workday.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so it was amazing. The beef, the songs that came out of it. Kendrick dropped like 5 tracks.
That's what I've heard is Kendrick is more brutal, more articulate, fucking carpet bombed with tracks.
Oh yeah.
And then I have no idea if it's actually true. I thought I saw something about Drake dropping a like a Walmart friendly version of his diss track where it's like bleeped out or something like that.
Yes. So Not Like Us is going to be the song of the summer because over the weekend during the NBA playoffs, they played it as a bumper to go to commercial.
Okay.
Like, I have never heard a diss track become like the song of the summer. It's a dance bop. It slaps. Everyone's playing it. You're going to hear it the entire fucking summer. There's a clean version. You're going to hear it at the pool when you're hanging out with the kids because there's a edited version.
Wait. Who did that version? Is that the Drake one?
No, Kendrick.
Okay, so wait, Kendrick also did an edited version?
Yeah, Kendrick has a clean version of Not Like Us that you can play on the radio. That's going to be everywhere. Like, he not only did he bury Drake, but he buried Drake with the song of the motherfucking summer. Do you remember how like Get Lucky ruled that summer?
Yes.
Daft Punk? That's going to happen now. And the summer hasn't even really started. It's not even fucking Memorial Day weekend yet. Not Like Us is going to be everywhere. And the best part is we can play that on this episode because Kendrick took away all of the copyright strikes for all of his diss tracks. So if you want to talk about all of these diss tracks, you can play these diss tracks in your fucking content. And it's going to spread, like, people fucking overseas are blasting this shit. Like, it is a cultural moment. It's like, It's amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
Well, now I'm fucking curious, and I need to go listen to this because I have not heard it, or at least I have not been aware if I have heard it.
Yeah, you're gonna, okay. And when you hear it, you're gonna know because you're like Despacito. Despacito came out and like destroyed everyone.
Yes,
fucking smooth like when Butter, BTS, Butter, and Dynamite.
Okay,
they're gonna be playing this shit at the kids after hour camp. At school, all the kids are going to be running around like it's a cultural moment. I feel like everyone needs to be paying attention because it's amazing. Also, it's kind of sick because the things that have come out during the beef are really bad.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what I've been geeking on, Brandon.
Is just finding out about like I've heard other people reference it. Like I made myself culturally aware of it enough to be like, they're feuding. It's really big. Everyone seems to fucking give a shit about it.
Yeah.
I don't have any sort of like vested interest previously in the two of them to bother to understand it past the idea of like, okay. And then hearing like a bunch of references of being like, it's weird because beefs like this used to end in bloodshed, and
it hasn't. Like,
right. So, like,
yeah, it's like Tupac and Biggie that went down bad.
Right.
Drake and Kendrick. If I can condense this, it seems like Kendrick wanted to protect hip hop because, from his perspective, Drake is a culture vulture. He's from Toronto. He didn't grow up this way. He doesn't have a quote unquote Toronto sound. He's worked with all these other artists to steal their sounds and to quote, make it his. Like in one of the songs, Kendrick said like, we don't want you to say ninja no more. Like you're not allowed to say that anymore. And like, you know, Kendrick and then Drake's next diss record, like his opening line is, and we're this, and we're that, and we're this, and we're that. And they're like, see? You're not allowed to use that word anymore. So that's
wow. Wait, hang on. Does that mean Kendrick has the ability to just like revoke your blackness?
He fucking did, Brandon Chalmers. He fucking did.
That's wow. That's fucking impressive.
And that's why this is such a big deal because from Kendrick's point of view, he is protecting hip hop from Drake, who is arguably the biggest artist. Like
I can appreciate the idea of like that you're toxic for this fucking genre. You need to walk away.
Yes. Like you can. So like you can do your Walmart shit. You can do your singy song.
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I get it because didn't he fucking start on Degrassi?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, at the very least, if you are going to, I'm going to make a statement that I neither have the backing to make. This is a completely outside perspective, both culturally understanding and also understanding of Drake's music. But I assume Drake is pretending to be tougher than he actually is.
Yeah.
And I find it a little difficult to talk about maybe, let's say, being tough or what have you, and being a Degrassi star.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I understand that, like, because I don't want to take away from the Canadian thing. I'm sure there are some rough as fuck parts of Canada,
right? But that's not his sound. Whatever that sound,
right, and that,
whatever that sound is, we don't know because he didn't bring it with him.
Well, this feels like the white equivalency of when you learned that Kid Rock actually grew up rich.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And he's not actually the like rough and tumble guy that he's kind of portraying, or more importantly, that he was portraying when he first broke big right around 2000 or whatever it was, when it was like, oh, okay, gotcha. He's like rap rock version of like Trailer Park Dude. Yeah. Okay, I can get behind this.
In a trailer park.
Right, he fucking it, but he had everybody fooled.
Yeah. And the music industry is like one of the last few places where that kind of authenticity, if you're going to play that way, you better have receipts.
That's not necessarily true. Because there's also a ton of fucking haters that will hate on anybody for anything.
Well, that's true.
You got to have receipts when you get to a certain level.
Yeah.
And you continue to act that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, and if I were to boil it down into one central idea, I think that's the idea I come away with, is that like Kendrick is the antibody, Drake is the invader, and Kendrick's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah, but I think also if I'm gathering from everything context wise, the idea that Drake hasn't changed in the same way that, let's say, a Dre did, where obviously in the beginning of his career, he had a very specific sound with a very authentic life that had a very specific background that you were like, I understand why he's talking about this. Yeah. I get the context. I get the thing. And as he got older, it was like, okay, I understand this. Okay. His perspective changed through life.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. I can get behind this. Like, I can appreciate the idea of like when fucking, and I know this is dated as fuck, but like when Forgot About Dre came out, and it was like, okay, yeah, like he's acknowledging who he is now, but also a light reminder of, don't forget who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
That makes total sense, but it sounds like Drake has been trying to cash in on things for the last how fucking long? Because I feel like we've been putting up with his bullshit for at least 15 years.
Kendrick has hated him from Jump Street.
Well, yeah, I mean that
like the song "All the Stars" from the Black Panther soundtrack. If you go back and listen to it, there's some hateful lines against Drake in that song in a fucking Marvel motherfucking movie. And it's not very hidden once you go back and know all of this context now.
When you do something well, you can get away with certain things.
Yeah. So I would recommend if you have the time, if you are curious, go study. Don't take my word for it, please. Like go to these other places. And
I got to be honest with you. Just like I will go and listen.
Yeah.
I can't promise that I'm going to go down the fucking deep dive that you did of hours in the podcast
Maybe
thing.
Not
and
the show, but
it's
a long one.
It feels like a lot.
I will say this, they held my attention for the full 4 hours. It was good.
No discredit to anyone in that thing. There's a certain point where there are topics that just don't draw me in that way that I would have trouble listening to. This is the history nerd in me and the white dude in me. I can do the Behind the Bastard 6-parter about what the fuck is Henry Kissinger.
Oh yeah, that was a great series.
Fucking great series.
Gosh, that was awesome.
I've been going back and listening to them to like way older episodes, like 2018 shit.
The Steve Jobs one may have colored my current opinions about the Apple release.
But I can dig into those sort of things. Yeah. I can have an interest in this. There is part of me that never really has a whole lot of interest in just celebrity beef. Just never has, because it doesn't hold the same gravitas to me of something that involves politics in that sense that will affect thousands of people and their livelihoods rather than their interests.
Right.
This is the same reason why, like, way back in the day, I never got into the fucking Megadeth versus Metallica bullshit or anything else like that.
I'd forgotten about that.
Or got into any of the fucking new metal beefs that used to fucking happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like, just, okay, I get it. You don't like each other, that's perfectly fine. I don't give a shit. That's fine. So, like, but I have a genuine curiosity, and just on paper, I enjoyed the fuck out of I realized, I was like, wait, when did I last listen to Kendrick shit? And then I realized that, like, his album Damn is like one of my regular listens, like every, I don't know, couple months or something like that since 2017 when it came out.
Yeah.
So, like, I am out of the loop with his more recent shit, but I am a fan.
Yeah.
So the chance of me coming out of this on the other end and being like, I'm Team Drake. Probably not going to happen.
No.
Like there's the deep-seated white guy in me that goes, God damn it, I can't support a Canadian when an American is trying to stand up for fucking trying to stand up for hip-hop, trying to stand up for America, and trying to prove that hard work and determination, goddammit, is gonna be what pulls us through to the other fucking side of this.
America.
No, God, America. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking rub a maple leaf on my taint just to prove a point. Oh, shit in a fucking vat of maple syrup. I'm gonna go fucking karate chop a maple tree. It might even be on American soil. I don't give a shit. Need your transplanting ass bullshit. Take your fucking ass back up north. Take it past the Great White Divide. I'm gonna kick a Canadian goose through a set of fucking uprights. You know why? Because we play football. American football.
American football. Yeah. So that's what I've been that's what I've been geeking on.
Like I said, the chance of me coming at the other end, Team Drake, is going to be a fucking surprise.
Yeah.
Just because I've also had a history of finding Drake kind of obnoxious. So.
Yeah.
So wait, Jamie.
Yeah.
What are the chances of us alienating part of our audience? Because my understanding is picking a side can be a little dangerous when it comes to your social media status.
I don't care anymore.
I'm just asking. I don't give a shit.
So here's social.
If no one should be taking my advice about hip hop or hip hop culture at all.
Well,
I might be able to tell you what I like and why I like it, but that's not a fucking reason for you to fucking pick any side or even listen to anything that I'm talking about.
Here's the funny thing. They're apparently like all the rappers from Toronto, all that entire music scene, they're like, yeah, we don't like him neither. I don't know about this motherfucker. Like they're not with it.
So let me ask the the traditional white guy thing. Take off my my headphones and my conspiracy or my regular hat, put on my conspiracy cap, headphones back on. What the chances this whole thing's a fucking work? Little work thing to start selling some albums, huh? What do you think? That they're secretly besties and they got a text thread going and the whole thing started with wanna bet that we can start an absolute war.
So there have been a few of those theories floating out there. However, Brandon, you just have to listen to the lyrics. Just listen to Kendrick's tracks and you will hear you remember that guy running around the XFL with the words "He hate me"?
Yeah.
Drake might as well just run around with that shirt saying "He hate me" because Kendrick hates the fan. But I thought I was a hater. I thought I was a hater of things.
Let's be clear. You are.
I don't know if I've hated someone as much as Kendrick hates Drake. Like I have been on the record as being a Seinfeld, Friends, all of that bullshit. I hate that shit. I don't know if I hate that shit as much as Kendrick hates Drake.
What if you made a lot of money for hating Jerry Seinfeld? like a lot of money. And like not just a lot of money for you and I, a lot of money, but like a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know if I would hate anything if I made that kind of money.
Oh, my dude. No.
If I made that kind of money, I might hate
You would only have time to deal with the not real shit. Because that's the thing. You could be on a fucking jet ski just out in the fucking ocean. And then you stop and you look around and all of a sudden the waterproof bag that your brand new as fuck cell phone's in starts buzzing and you pull the bag out, wipe the fucking ocean spray off the thing, look at it, and then see that, oh yeah, Seinfeld said that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Bitch, you would ride back to land and you wouldn't even dock that shit. You'd ride right up on the beach and the first thing a fucking woman would hear while she lied there in awe as she rubs suntan lotion into her child is, I wish a motherfucker would, I swear to fucking God. stupid fucking, what's about airline food, motherfucker? And like, just, it would be a series of you just broken rants until you could get to a fucking computer or somewhere with enough Wi-Fi that you could have a strong enough signal to fucking post a video.
I did walk out of the room when he showed up on Weekend Update. I turned it off. I was like,
see, that's what I'm saying.
You.
And
fuck you.
You're not even getting paid. You're not even getting paid.
I was like, fuck you, Jerry. Fuck you, Jerry.
Like, what Jamie, imagine that he ruined your Wave Runner time. Oh, you could be living your best Wave Race 64 life, and then he just fucking ruins it. You could be fucking just skipping the ocean blue with fucking Flipper doing the backward fucking, like dolphin ass moonwalk.
Yeah.
And then, nope. Jerry's got shit to say. You got to respond to a fucking septuagenarian who apparently thinks he's still funny.
Yeah. That motherfucker.
Like, I wish that he just, like, this is the fucked up thing. I'm comparing two comedians that are elderly, one at their time and one now. Mm-hmm. Jerry Seinfeld is a fucking idiot and is really never been that funny to me.
No.
And has never really fucking like blown me out of the water. Like I couldn't tell you one of Jerry's comedy specials I've ever listened to or anything else like that. Just
no.
Right. But that's the thing is, by comparison, same age, Don Rickles. Most people are even willing to look past the old school ass racism because he's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Because he's savage as fuck.
Yeah.
Is he problematic? Yeah. Fuck yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But honestly, the amount of people who have listened to his shit knowing how problematic he is and then still chuckle like a sumbitch because he's just genuinely funny. And that's the difference, is you can be old and fucking out of date with pop culture at the time and really have some unacceptable behavior and still be fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Seinfeld ain't it.
Yeah.
Seinfeld ain't no fucking Rickles.
Also,
he's no Lewis Black.
Also, Lewis Black.
Right, but like there are other comedians that are of that age or were that age at the time that were
yeah.
I mean, obviously he's no fucking Carlin.
Also,
but like,
what can't Jerry say? He talks all the fucking time and people put him on the TV all the fucking time. Of
course.
Like, what can't you say, Jerry? What can't you say? You just said it. You've been saying it. What dumb bullshit can't you say?
I guarantee you this is a pissed off thing because he probably had a production company. And you know what really died? The multicam sitcom.
Yeah.
The multicam sitcom died. It just did.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that has very little to do with culture changing or anything else like that.
Yeah.
It's that they're fucking expensive to make.
Yeah.
And the interest in them changed.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care.
Right. Like, and the idea that that he would say these things while Curbed was fucking out there. Like, one of the most fucking, like, say what you want kind of shows that breaks the fucking mold of his multicam sitcom bullshit is literally a Larry David production.
Yeah.
And that's where Jerry made all those.
Fuck you.
Fuck off. What can't you say? What can't you say? Can you? No, I know what he can't say. That he doesn't have any regret about fucking grooming that like 17-year-old girl that he dated for a while, and that he got the fucking permission slip from the parents about because he's a fucking creeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably what he can't talk about.
Then maybe don't talk about that, Jerry.
Then maybe don't talk. Or just a thought. Don't date a fucking child.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody wants to @ Jerry Seinfeld that clip, feel free. I'll gladly, in the court of public opinion, and also I'll let Seinfeld come after me publicly. I'm super good with that. He can sue me. I don't give a shit. I'm not hiring an attorney.
Yeah.
He can take me for whatever. I'm not worried about it. Somebody will fucking come to my defense just to fuck Jerry Seinfeld over.
It's just,
I guarantee you, there's somebody rich out there who would love to have Jerry do some dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
So Seinfeld, fucking come at me.
Yeah, and like he's doing this on like a press tour. No one's shutting you up, Jerry.
Yeah, but here's the thing: nobody gives a shit about a fucking Pop-Tart movie.
Oh, is that what he's?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He wrote. I think he wrote, or at the very least, he's starring, and I think he produced, and I don't know if he directed or not. There's a movie that is very similar to the Weird Al movie in the sense that it's a documentary, but it's not really a documentary about the history of the Pop-Tart. And by premise, that could be very funny. And he plays, I think, like the executive or whatever it is who kind of like greenlights everything, who I think is like trying to take advantage of everybody. So like, I get the idea of it, but like, if the movie's not good, then that's like, I can't, the only thing that I can possibly think of.
It's just because it's not funny.
That's the question is he getting buried because this movie isn't actually funny? But he doesn't have a good excuse as to why it's getting buried. So everything has to just be woke because he doesn't have a better fucking reason for why it's not getting good reviews.
It could be bad, Jerry.
Probably is. Probably is.
That Weird Al movie was fucking hysterical. That movie.
Like I said, the premise of the Jerry movie makes sense. Like, and honestly, the idea of getting in front of Seinfeld, he can talk about whatever the fuck he wants about wokeness. I just want to know, as a B in the B movie, did he fuck that lady? That's all I want to know. Yeah, woke this or that or whatever it is. Did you stick your B penis in her vagina? Did you explore her like the Luray Caverns? Did you, as a bee, fly down, grab onto her clit like you're trying to hold on to a snow tube at a fucking ski resort and buzz your shit away?
God damn it. I'm laughing at Jerry.
No. You're laughing at me and the idea of me asking Jerry about being a bee, bringing a woman to orgasm, which, by the way, is probably the first and only time Jerry has ever actually brought a woman to orgasm. Right, yeah, because here's what I feel relatively confident about, because I've never heard anything about it. I don't think he's got the dick to get it done, and he does not seem like the kind of dude who eats pussy. Yeah. He just doesn't. Yeah, he does not seem like a giving lover.
God, that show had like 7 fucking seasons, 10 seasons.
Well, hang on a second. There are a lot of parts of Seinfeld that are fucking hilarious.
Ugh.
That don't have, right, but here's the thing. Most of that shit has nothing to do with Jerry. Half of the fucking George shit that was there, Jason Alexander knocked it out of the fucking park. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has been fucking hilarious.
And she's been funny since.
Right. That's the thing is like, there's a lot of people as part of that cast that have been fucking funny. If Michael Richard wasn't just a fucking racist douchebag come to find out, I'd love to give him praise too.
Yeah. Who knew Stanley Spadowski from UHF was a lunatic?
Yeah, turns out when he said, "Who's ready for the fire hose?" it was just going to be N-bombs. Yeah. Like, that's fucking awful.
God. Oh, fuck it. Yeah. Brandon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jerry, if you can hear this in the dulcet tones of my voice and would like to send me a letter from your attorney, please feel free to reach out to Jamie. It's info at fucking Do It Cast.
It is, yeah. It is.
Okay, yeah, info at fucking doitcast.com. You can go ahead and send that over to me, and I will be sure to read it and respond post haste. Get ready to meet my attorney, Dog Doggerson. It's a rough world out there. Get represented. It's fine. He's a dog. Jamie, where can they find you?
My other channel, Draw Jam. If you want to see me rant about the Crush ad where Apple crushes all of those beautiful instruments, you can see me rant in my hallway. and yell at the camera for about a good 4 minutes, and then there's the rest of the video. But if you want to see that, check out Draw Jam, my other YouTube channel. I'm trying to get more views on that, but I realized my fatal error. I also sell like brushes for the iPad, so maybe like trashing that is a bad idea. But who gives
a fuck? You can do both. You can do both.
But yeah, go over there, and then wherever podcasts are sold and all that kind of shit, and Instagram, who knows?
Type Jay Mineguchi into a Google machine near you.
Something will show up.
Then be sure to save it as the homepage, especially at the Apple Store.